Focus on building wealth, not showing it. Too often, people get caught up in looking rich instead of becoming rich, and that's the biggest trap holding them back. Here are the 3 reasons why looking poor will benefit your financial status over time. Number 1 reason is that you'll escape from the credit trap. Chasing the image of being filthy rich always comes with a cost, and not just the one on the price tag. Buying things you can't afford just to look successful enters you into the credit vicious cycle. When you enter, you're being faced with 2 battles, one against your social circle and one against yourself. The first is what many call keeping up with the Joneses trap. This refers to the concept of spending money you don't have to keep up with others' life status. Your neighbour just bought a brand new BMW SUV and is sitting in the brand new concrete driveway they just recently did. That is a prime example that will trigger most people to also change their car only to keep with their pace. It's been proven that nearly 2 out of 3 people buy a luxury brand car only for social status. This means the decision often has less to do with comfort, performance, or necessity, and more to do with how others will perceive them. That is the Joneses trap in all of its splendour. While trying to look wealthy, most people end up sacrificing the very wealth they're trying to display. As the saying goes, if the grass looks greener, the water bill is higher. The second battle is internal. As I was reading James Clear's book in Atomic Habits, he shared the story of philosopher Denis Diderot, which I found pretty interesting. After receiving a luxurious robe, Diderot felt his old possessions looked out of place. One by one, he upgraded everything: his rug, his furniture, his decor, until he was drowning in expenses. This is the Diderot effect. One purchase sparking a chain reaction that drains your wallet and leaves you less satisfied. So if we get back to our example previously with the Joneses trap, you decided to buy yourself a brand new SUV for the family because of the Joneses' purchases. This purchase that was already a trap actually cost you to enter another trap, because you now want to upgrade all your belongings to match your new purchase standard, thanks to the Diderot effect. As Warren Buffett once said, a perfect example of a frugal human being, possessions possess you at a point. You might be able to escape the financial impacts with these purchases you take on a short-term period, but the real tremendous impact that it will have is on your future. This is where opportunity cost enters the equation. Spending money on things you can't afford will make you lose opportunities to invest if you have had extra money from not buying the brand new car. You buy a new car for the look of others. Looking rich is just renting status. You're sooner or later paying the price with missed opportunities. Let me show you an actual situation to demonstrate the impact. Let's say you bought a brand new vehicle because you fall into the 2 precedent traps we looked into. You decided to buy the new Audi SQ5 at a conservative $55,000 with down payments of 20%, which equivalates to $11,000, and you trade in your old car worth $15,000. With a 5.99% APR, which is pretty average, your monthly payments would be $630 for a 60-month period, if we take into consideration a 9% provincial tax. In comparison, let's take the example of a situation where you decide to be frugal and keep your current vehicle, and you decide to invest the same amount as the down payment for that vehicle as an initial investment, and adding the same monthly payment recently calculated with the Audi SQ5. With a realistic average annual return of 11%, our investment would be worth $69,114.46 after 5 years, the average duration of a car loan. This is a good start. If we take the $69,114.46 saved by not buying a new vehicle and invest it again without any monthly contributions this time, because referring to our situation, our payments would have been completed, the value of our investment after 30 years would be more than $1.8 million, simply because you resisted the temptation to buy a new vehicle. That's the effect of opportunity cost. Before we look into the last reason why looking poor will make you rich, if you enjoyed this content or have learned anything since the beginning, please consider subscribing to this channel, as we share valuable content like these. So, if it talks to you, make sure to subscribe to never miss a future upload. Thank you to those who will do it. And now let's see the last reason. In today's world, wealth is often an illusion. We're increasingly living in a society where wealth is not necessarily what we think it is, even less what we see. The numerous posts on social media showing flashy cars, luxury watches, and the possessions of people who appear to be rich don't always reflect reality. To see the reality of true wealth, we don't have to look far to see it, as Warren Buffett, currently the 6th richest man in the world, is a perfect example of this frugal lifestyle. This investor lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31,500 at the time. He's been driving the same Cadillac DTS and XTS for years because he has no reason to change them, as they're very reliable. Warren Buffett understood from a young age that he has no need to show off his wealth, but that his priority should be to build it up more and more every day. This is the difference in mentality between truly wealthy people and poor people. Truly wealthy people put their money into assets that will grow over time, while poor people spend their money on liabilities, expenses that will never increase in value, and worse, may even lose value over time. Ask yourself this question. During the 3 reasons we looked into this video, do I fall more often into the wealthy mentality or the poor mentality? You're the only one that knows the real answer to this question, and you're also the only one that can take different decisions to change your future. The video might help you in your journey.